Yeah, I just want to touch the rates have been, last week we gained like a 0.5 point in rates. Obviously, we've had the unemployment is higher than it was, their ceiling for unemployment is 4.1, it's now 4.3%. So that, along with inflation being higher, and like we were just saying, like when things in the economy are rough, rates will come down or act in an adverse way. So we did gain 0.5 point last week in rates from about Monday to today, and so that's good. And it sounds like they're going to keep trending that way. And
so
there's,
down.
Yeah, rates went down. Yeah, yeah. When I say we gained a point, a 0.5 point, that's good. Yeah, sorry. In our speak, that's good. Good. So they went down about a 0.5 point, and then there's lots of talk about when the Fed meets in September. There's talk about them lowering by 0.5 point, not just a quarter. So we'll see. No one knows, right? Anything could happen in the world and it could change it, but we're hoping that this will keep going this way. So just want to touch on that. Then I know we talked about this second opinion program a while ago. We introduced it to you guys. We just wanted to bring that back to the forefront, especially now that with rates coming down, you guys are going to hopefully see more activity for buyers and people jumping back into the market. So this second opinion program that we have is if you have a buyer that, let's say they already have their financing with another lender, their bank, their credit union, and God forbid an online lender, if you want us to look at it, we will look at it, no problem. They need to already have a contract at this point, but you can send them to us and just say, hey, my team just wants to, they'll give you a second opinion. If they can't match it or beat it, we'll give them a $25 gift card. But we just also want to look for y'all's sake to make sure that it's a good deal for them. And if sometimes it is. Sometimes we'll say, hey, it looks good. But we'll look at the closing costs and compare that. We'll compare obviously the interest rates as those are coming down. We'll compare the points for the interest rates and just look and make sure everything is looking good and give you guys peace of mind too, because that'll give us an opportunity to look at their profile, because they'll have to fill out an application. We won't just give them a quote. They'll fill out a full application. We'll make sure that they are legit and solid and ready to go, so you guys aren't going to run into any hurdles. So
does that mean that they'll have to fill out a totally new application?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they would fill out a new application if they wanted to. I mean, if they want to be eligible for the gift card, they've got to fill out the application. But when if they're already under contract and pre-approved to somebody else, having somebody, people will say, well, what about having my credit pulled again? They're within that 30-day, 45-day window. They'll be fine. It's not gonna hurt them. So just keep that in mind, that we can take a second look at theirs, give you guys confidence and peace of mind that they're good to go, even if they are going with another lender. And then I wanted to touch base. It's been a while since I think I talked about this a long time ago, but I wanted to bring back to the forefront the DSCR programs that we have, which is the debt service coverage ratio. This is for investment properties, investment only. But you don't have to have any income documents for the buyer of this. The income is based solely on the rental ability of this property. So it's a minimum of 620 credit score. We have lots of different investors that we do this, so it depends which investor you go with. It kind of varies on a lot of these things, the down payment and credit score. But the minimum is a 620. The down payment is going to be anywhere from 20% down to 35% down. Now, granted, if you have a 620 credit score, you're probably going to be the one that has to come with the 35% down. But different investors have different programs. They can use gift funds. Most of these investors require at least 5 to 10% of the buyer's own funds, but the rest could be covered with gift funds, which is pretty spectacular for an investment property. Like I said, it's investment only. And some of them do allow for foreign nationals on these loans as well. They don't have to be citizens here. And some of them do allow that they can close in an LLC, which I know a lot of investors like to do that. They like to have that option. So basically, they take whatever the rent. So we'll get an appraisal, and they'll do a market rent schedule with the appraisal, and whatever the rent for that property is going to be. You divide that by what the total all-in mortgage cost is, and that's going to give you your ratio that they go off of. And depending on the investor, it has to either be 0.75, 1%, or 1.25%. So they just want to make sure that the property is going to make the money, and then they don't have to show income docs, they don't have to show tax returns. You're buying it, and they're qualifying you based off of the property. So it's a pretty cool program. The rates obviously will be a little higher on this. It's a broker channel. It's one of these special products. They always come with higher rates, with usually 1 to 2 points charged. But it's an opportunity for somebody that wants to buy an investment property, has the cash for the down payment, but doesn't show well on paper. And you don't have to do one of those bank statement loans and all that. You can just solely base it off of the property itself.
So in Georgia, or would you finance something somewhere in another state?
Yes, it's multiple states. I'm personally licensed Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama. I know Nicole's Florida as well. I think Matt might be Tennessee too, but we have most of these states surrounding here, and they're usually all different investors. Some of them are eligible in certain states, but I'm pretty sure all those have at least a couple of them that they're eligible for. So we would just look it up for you. So that was it. Just wanted to bring those two things to y'all's attention today.
Would this be for investment properties including townhomes, or is it
Yeah.
just single family?
It doesn't matter, just an investment property. It would just go based off the rate from the rental schedule.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And you don't have to have like already a lease agreement in place and all that?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
Nope, not on this one.
okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.